And the big man's a little cranky tonight, so there's plenty to fire up about. Steve Price is here, along with the wonderful Caroline Marcus. And put your phone down. We don't need to see the talking points, Nicholas Reece, OK? You can do it all off the top of your head. Lovely to see you all. We'll get to Qantas in a moment because there's plenty to it. But, Caroline, you're reporting today. Anthony Mundine, a man who's sort of was Lydia Thorpe before Lydia Thorpe about many Indigenous issues. He's a hard no, in part because of her position about sovereignty, but then he'll turn around and say many of the things that, say, Jacinta Price would have to say. Interesting chat.
Very interesting. And I think, you know, this is going to be, to use a boxing pun, a real knockout blow for the Yes campaign.
Well done.
I do think having someone as high profile, I hear those groans, as high profile, an Indigenous athlete, a legend in boxing and NRL coming out against this referendum is going to be very powerful, because I don't think that he said what a lot of people thought he would say on this. They might assume he would take a progressive yes position because it's good for his mob, but actually he does take, and he's not a Lydia Thorpe supporter, I should add, but he does agree with her on his fears about what it will do for the rights of Indigenous people and sovereignty. It's something that government has dismissed, I should make clear. But also he says we already have senators and ministers in Parliament who are Indigenous. Why do we need this voice? And the people who, he's very sceptical about people who, even Indigenous Australians who accept $15,000 grants from the Yes campaign to promote the vote, and sports stars like Adam Goodes and Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, here in part is what he told Caroline a bit earlier today. Roll the tape.
Why are you telling people to vote no?
Basically, it's a takeover. Don't want to take our sovereignty, so we fall under their jurisdiction as British subjects. So once our sovereignty is ceded, then we will have no power. Why the hell do we need a voice? We've got people in Parliament. We've got senators. We're already making our voices heard.
The whole report up at skynews.com.au right now. Nicholas is a all-in yes man. I've got to say, I've started to notice a little pep in the step of the yes people, because they think that the money's about to kick in, the campaign tactics are about to kick in. We know that the polls haven't quite kicked in, but are you hearing something from deep inside yes world that they've got a rabbit to pull out of the hat here?
No, I think people on the yes side of the debate know that it's going to be hard work. They know that in Australia we've had 44 votes on referendums and only 8 of them have succeeded. And everyone that's succeeded has had both sides of politics advocating for yes. So the yes side has got a hard job in front of it, but it's one that can be won because the yes side of the vote has got history on its side and has got the better argument, I think. And look, I don't think Warren Mundine coming out today saying he supports no is a knockout blow at all. I mean, anyone who's part of a family or sat around at a Christmas lunch knows that there's going to be differences of views in any family and amongst any mob. And so it's not surprising that some Aborigines...
You might want to get the wrong
right. Aborigines who are...
You got the wrong Mundine.
They're all the same.
So there are some Aboriginal people coming out saying they don't support it, but the significant, vast majority do, because it's about giving Aboriginal people a fair go in this country, which they've missed out on for too long.